Welcome back to Ked's Recruiting Roundup, proudly brought to you by IlliniGuys.com. Today, Illinois fans, my guest is a stud 4/5 star, in my opinion, recruit linebacker Cam Thomas from Lake Coda, West Chester, Ohio. Did I get all that right, Cam?
Lakota West, yes, sir.
All right.
Yep.
Hey, man, thanks for joining me, man. I appreciate this. This is unprecedented right now. Things that's happening with Illinois football, and the fans reached out to me and they were like, "Kid, you got to get this kid on, man." They've been following your recruiting for a long time. I don't know if you were able to pick some of that up by the fan support. They liked your social media account, but Illinois fans are just at a different level right now, man. Then when kids commit, they're all in with it. So, starting with that, what has it been like today since you committed today? What has it been like for you today since your official commitment?
Today has been pretty hectic. You know what I'm saying? My phone's been going crazy all day. Been getting messages all day, congratulations all day. People been coming up to me in school all day. It's been a pretty fun day. The past few weeks have been pretty like nerve-wracking, just like ready to, what I'm saying, like release it. You know what I'm saying? Coach McDaniels came to the school like probably like 2 weeks ago. We had a conversation. Told him I was gonna commit, but I wanted to wait a couple weeks till the contact period was over, and just didn't want it to get flooded and like all this like random offers and stuff coming out. So like I've known for a couple weeks, but yeah, it's been exciting today for
All
sure.
right, let me ask you this, and I can't wait to hear your response. You said at school, and a lot of your friends were congratulating you. Dude, you're in Buckeye country. How is that possible for them to congratulate you because you crossed the lines to the orange and blue? So, like, did you get any feedback, negative, positive about that? Because I mean, Illinois is up there, an up and coming team. Brett Bielema and his staff, they're on fire right now. So, explain how that process worked out.
I mean, it wasn't like you would think it would be. Everybody knows it's just like the best like choice for me. Nobody has like said anything negative, not to me at least. But you know what I'm saying. But yeah. But everybody's been saying good things. They're excited just as I am. I assume.
Well, let me ask you this. What was different about Illinois? I looked at your offers and you have some big time offers, and you can tell our listeners out there what was it, some of your offers, but what was it about Illinois that separated them from other schools?
Like it just felt real. Like it felt like home. You know what I'm saying? Like the relationships I built, with the staff, with the coaches, like it's just different from all the other schools that have been recruiting me. I appreciate and thank all the schools for, I'm saying, going through this process with me. But Illinois, so far has been the best everything all around. So yeah.
Okay, when you mean best everything, like, because you're right, and I hear a lot of recruits tell me, I've done this for a long time, almost 100 years. I'm being sarcastic, but they'll say I get that family vibe, and and it's great. Do you really feel different? I mean, did Illinois coaches make you feel like, hey, this is a place you can grow and they can develop you as a player?
Yeah, for sure. Not just as a player, but also as a person. You know what I mean? It was just good energy all throughout the building. Um, the campus, the people on campus were nice. It's a beautiful campus as well. But yeah, it just felt, like everything just felt genuine. Everything felt like this is kind of how I explain it. Like I felt like a priority. You know what I mean? Like I would go to like I don't know, for example, like Michigan or Oregon. Like I'm just you know what I'm saying. Like I'm like everybody else there. You know what I mean? But like when I went to Illinois, like I felt like what I'm saying, like real, genuine. Like, you know what I mean? Like it felt real. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so having those two schools are big time programs, and you just mentioned that you visited Illinois and Oregon, and this is why I'm having you on as a guest because Illinois has literally beat out Oregon and Michigan, not just from you, but of a lot of recruits, and I guess that's nice to hear because a lot of fans will say, hey, you know what, these kids go there. If you go to Oregon, Michigan, or Alabama, and I'm not criticizing those programs, you are. You're just another 4 or 5 star kid that they can easily replace. And you know
Yeah,
what
that's what I
Illinois,
meant.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what you're going to get from them. And I'm sure the coaches are probably, drawing out a plan for you with that. Now, having said that with the other recruits, you have a teammate, Grant Berryman, that committed to Illinois. Did he have any influence you with that in your decision?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it wasn't the main, the main like deciding like factor, you know what I mean? But it definitely played a part. No, Grant's my guy. Like I'm very close with Grant. We have a great relationship. But yeah, that definitely played a part for sure. Yeah.
When
We
you and
have
I,
great chemistry.
yeah.
We complement each other on the field. Yeah, I could. I speak very highly of Grant.
Well, you and I talked earlier in the week. Illinois received another stud commitment in Victor Singleton, and which people are surprised about. And you mentioned to me the fact that you guys been on the field together. What does that potentially could look like? And for the listeners out there, there's tons of recruiting sites, and I'm just going to refer to rivals.com. They have the University of Illinois 2026 recruiting class ranked ninth in the country, and the number one team in the country is Oregon, and the other Big Ten school is Penn State at number five. And since you've committed, they've jumped up 3 or 4 spots. And now the fact that Victor's there, have you had a chance to talk to him? And what does it say about where the direction of the football program? Because I just mentioned Grant, and I didn't mention the other 2024 kids in the class because they have a kid who's a quarterback, Michael Clayton, who's a four-star recruit, who's just outstanding as well. I mean, how is this happening right now, man?
Uh, like I said, Illinois is special. And it's cool having other Ohio guys, joining me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm bred Ohio. You know what I mean? Like I'm very strong about Ohio. I think the best players in the country come from Ohio. So,
Easy, man,
having
easy. I'm an Illinois guy. You got to be careful with that, baby. I'm just kidding.
nah.
I'm giving you a hard time. I'm kidding.
Yeah, though. Yeah, though. But yeah, it's just cool. I haven't really had a chance to talk to a lot of the guys yet. It's still pretty early. But I'm excited to, start building relationships with them and, talking to them, having conversations with them. Yeah, long
so
way to go
just
though.
so during the season, did you watch some of the games? Was there a favorite game that you had that you liked from Illinois? Things that like, hey, this is real. I'm going to ask you about the bowl game in a second, but was there a game throughout the season that you really enjoyed watching them play and you thought, man, this is where I should be at?
When I watched the Michigan game, it kind of shocked me because I really think they were going to win, to be honest. And then like they just kept stopping them and kept like, what I'm saying, like just kept beating them. You know what I'm saying? But when I went to the Purdue game, that game kind of like made me think like, okay, like this is something nice. Like when Purdue started to come back and Purdue like started to, what I'm saying, like take over the game,
Right,
Illinois like they like slowed down for a minute, and then like when that overtime happened, it was just crazy. I got the stop when they stopped them on the goal line on
right.
video. I've been watching that video. I watched it back a couple times. But yeah, that Purdue game was pretty nice, man. Yeah, that was pretty dope. They stayed. They kept their poise, just locked in, and
So what
got the
about
dub.
this? So what about beating the SEC school in South Carolina? I know that game had some fire to it. People are still talking about it. It was
Yeah.
December 31st. A lot of the recruits who live in Florida, they were at the game. That was impressive. And one of the things that I love about Coach Beatum, when I get on social media, I mean, he's different than other coaches, man. He embraces social media. The way he this is probably not professional say the way he clowned South Carolina fans, it was priceless. As a recruit, you're smiling right now with the fans. So no, as a recruit, what do they make you think about? Hey, this guy is different, man.
I like that. I like that. I like that energy. Um, I like the trash talk. I like to rub it in people's face when we win. Uh, but yeah, that's a part of the game. Like, don't lose. You know what I'm saying? But that game was surprising too because I'm saying, excuse my language, they were predicted to get their ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? But like when I was watching the game, found out they won. I'm like damn, like okay, like good.
This
We
is
got
real.
something going here. Yeah.
All right, now here's one of my last questions, and don't be bashful about this. I've seen game film. I've watched tons of it today. This is your chance to tell the Illinois fans what they're getting, how good you are. When you get on the field, what can they expect to see from you as a football player?
A game wrecker, player that can make plays, a player that can uh, chase down the ball carrier, can create plays for my teammates. And I'm just a ball player, really. I
Okay,
don't really, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty athletic. I'm pretty mobile. I can move around the field well. I like to use my pass rush. I think that's one of my specialties. Um, but I'm still growing as a player. I still have a lot to work on. You know what I mean? So
right.
like, but I could definitely tell you that I'm a game wrecker for sure.
Which I'm sorry, I do have one more question. Which Illinois assistant coach did you have the most contact with?
Um, Coach McDaniel's, like I have a great relationship with him. He's the one who came to the school when I committed. But yeah, we talk very frequently. We talk like every other day. So like I've been staying in touch with him for months now. Like I've been talking to him a lot. Yeah, Coach McDaniel's, that's my guy. Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of kids commit and then they back out. So I'm putting you on the spot, man. Are you leaving or are you sticking with the orange and blue?
I'm sticking.
Okay, all
No,
right,
I
that's
commit. I
all
ain't
right.
commit for no reason though.
Well, you know, a lot of kids happen. So, are you going to try to get? I know you don't know all the players yet, and they're on some unbelievable kids in 2026. And I know some of the recruits that I've talked to, they want the number one class in the country. You going to assist in that, or you going to try to help talk and bring some of those kids in with you, or what?
Yeah, I've already tried to get a few guys. I don't know if I should say names on here, but
Go
yeah, I've
ahead,
definitely.
man. I mean, go right ahead, man. I mean, this is some listeners. The Illinois.
Uh, one of the tight ends from my city, Princeton. His name's Landon Myrie. Like I speak very highly of him. I'm trying to get him to come.
Okay.
But like before I committed, I was texting him. I'm like, bro, like we could for real make history. Like before I committed, it was already what a top 15, top 20 class or whatever.
Yep.
I'm like, bro, like if you commit, like we could like we could genuinely do something over here, bro. You know what I mean? So yeah, he's one of the guys that I'm trying to get. But yeah, as of right now,
You're just gonna put some work in, just try to get them to come. I'm sure the
yeah,
fans
for
will tell
sure.
you. And the easiest thing to do is social media because, like I said to you, the fans are loyal, and you're gonna see more of that. And they're gonna let you know what you think and what they think of you. And also, I'm sure the coaches will probably have some input with that as well. I want to thank you for doing this. I know you're a busy guy, and I was surprised that you got back with me because I know everybody wants to interview, everyone wants to talk to you, and I feel pretty special the fact that you gave me the opportunity and Illini guys to do this interview with you. So, and I want to close with this. So, what's next for you?
Back to work, really. So it's just my senior year. I'm glad I committed early. Um, you know what I'm saying? I could focus on my senior year, just worry about football, worrying about getting better, worrying about becoming a better student, better player, better person. Um, yeah, it's
Okay.
time to go to work now.
All right, Cam. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I gotta take another shot. I don't know about all that Ohio stuff, man. I mean, you got the orange and
Come
blue
on,
out right
man.
now.
We could talk. We could go back and forth. It's not gonna
uh,
it's not gonna
all
change. It's not gonna
right.
change my mind.
All right. Thank you, man. Congratulations. I'm really happy and I'm proud for you and your family. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you for having me on here. I appreciate it. Thank
No
you for your
problem.
time.